like a boss.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Alex from Mindful Attraction, and this is me, the third time me making this video on how to tell when a guy really likes you, or how to tell when a guy really wants to be your boyfriend. All right, so let's talk about five of these signs. And look, truth of the matter is that some of you guys, I can see how it's confusing because you don't know whether or not the guy likes you or he wants to dig you down. You see what I'm saying? Because those things look so familiar. The problem is that a lot of us assume that smiles equals approval. That smiles, that you being me being happy around you, me telling you I like you means I like you. What you guys don't understand is that nothing's in stone until my actions prove, follow my words. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the big reason why it's so hard to tell when if a guy likes you is that you just are not looking at his actions. You're just looking at him through your hopes and desires. You hope he doesn't hurt you. See what I'm saying? So let's talk about this. The first sign that he wants to be a boyfriend is not that he had sex with you. It's not that he is inviting you to hang out. Is that you don't feel the need to use any games. You could just feel there's no need to use any games. There's no need to keep his interest up. Like when you feel like you don't need to do that, most likely you're getting signs from him that he likes you. But even if you feel that, you should definitely use some of the strategies, because if you don't use the strategies, what's gonna happen is that you're gonna you're gonna get comfortable and you're gonna fuck it up. Okay, you're gonna fuck it up, and then all this time you're gonna waste. So what you gotta do is, even when you feel like you don't need to use any games, use a little bit, sprinkle something in there. You see what I'm saying? Because I can promise you, the people who watch my channel, they can think of 5 pivoting points in each relationship that we're in that they could have just used some of the strategies I've talked about, and they wouldn't be in the problems and they would have not lost a person. You see what I'm saying? So one is that you don't feel the need to use any games. The next one is that he opens up to you first. Right? He's the first one to open up to you. Not you first, but he opens up to you first, right? And then you could tell the way he looks at you in the eye when you guys are in bed and stuff like that, when he tells you he misses you and stuff like that. But the next one is that, along the same line, is that when you open up, he opens up too. So it's not like you open up and he doesn't open up. No, you open up and he opens up. He even opens up even more, right? So that's one thing. So you can't be opening up and then he doesn't open up as well, right? If you know what I'm saying. So that's something you got to keep in mind. The next one is that he initiates most of the conversations about transitioning into the relationship. He initiates sex, obviously, but he also initiates the relationship. He talks to you and tells you he wants to be your boyfriend and stuff like that, right? So that's one thing. Is that when he doesn't like you, he's not gonna talk about that. He'll even try to avoid that conversation. So initiating the talks about the relationship, even though that's your job, right? Even though that's a woman's job, but generally though, when the guy likes you, he can't resist, and so he'll open up, right? Now the next one is that he talks about the future with you. Now look, people, these are obvious things, but when you like someone, it's not that obvious, right? So when I mean by that is that I remember when I liked a girl many years ago, many years ago, many eons ago. And I would talk to her about, hey, what are you doing? Where are you going to school? Are you gonna go there? Holy fuck, don't do it. You should come to New York City, right? So trying to convince you to move to where he lives, or just trying to convince you to move closer to him. Those are signs that he wants something more with you, right? Now, future doesn't mean next week let's have a threesome. That's not the future, right? The future is like, hey, let's try something. Let's have a relationship. And the thing is that if he's talking about the future on the first week, that's a problem. Let him, feel him out, right? Let him. You want a healthy guy will bring up the future 3 or 1 month into it, 2 months into it, right? Don't let a guy let you talk about the future in the first week or two. Don't let that shit happen. Let that happen like 3 weeks, even a month in, all right? But if it takes too long, if he doesn't bring it up though, after like 4 months or 3 months, and it means something, he doesn't like you that much, and he just wants to keep it casual. But a healthy place for him to bring it up is within 3 to like 8 weeks or something like that. Don't quote me on it. That's just my own assumption. That's what I would feel would be a healthy thing, because a guy who does it in the first week is desperate. See what I'm saying? Second week, okay, you could maybe start seeing something. Third week, hey man, you know what, man? This could work out. Oh, are you planning to live in New York City? Unless you guys are traveling. unless he's traveling to or from that city, or you're traveling to his city, talking about the future in the first 3 weeks, in the first 2 or 3 weeks is not a good idea. But it is required that after that, you better be hinting at something in the future. All right. The next one is that he follows through. All right. He doesn't break any promises. Like, he doesn't make promises, but when he does make promises, he follows through, and we all know what that means. All right, we all know what that means. Because we've all experienced when somebody that breaks the goddamn promises, right? So he said, hey, let's like, promises to me is something that people use to manipulate your emotions, right? So the first time somebody breaks a promise from the first, like, saying, hey, I promise to take you here, I promise to take you there, a guy that likes you will do that. Hey, hey, let's go on a trip, or let's do this, or hey, you know what, next week let's do that. A guy that likes you will follow through, and if he can't follow through that one time, he'll follow through the next week. People, whenever you're feeling like you have to do a little bit more to keep his interest, or you have to do this to keep, back off. Don't do it. Don't give into it. Because whenever you feel like you have to do more, it's because either one, your own insecurities, or two, he's not giving much. He doesn't like you that much. And that's a problem, is that just people cannot accept that. Just some people just don't like him. And that's the solution to a lot of them. They just don't like you, dude. Move on. But when a person wants to be a boyfriend, ladies, it's obvious. Unless he watches my channel, right? Then you want to look at his search history. Look for Mindful Attraction, look for alpha male strategies, stuff like that, just to make sure. Because if he's watching those channels, then that means that him pulling away can mean that he is just applying what they say. But the thing is that most guys don't listen to me. They don't listen. They don't listen to everything, just like you guys. So it's kind of like, even if he watches my channel, it's not like he's really paying attention. You see what I'm saying? It's not like you guys are really going to listen to what I'm saying right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces. One is 19, and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man. Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace, and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship, and this a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video, right there. You'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.